bringing it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think
maybe some room here. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. The give on the option. And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Throwing, Williams. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Williams looking for a man. Now improvising. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get it.
Into the end zone for the touchdown. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The run inside. It's Cobb. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. It's complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Running inside. It's Cobb. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback making checks. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead as we get a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. Open space at the 25. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. Looking for the tie with the extra point. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Williams to throw. Snagged out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Williams will pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Now on the move. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And such a blown opportunity for the offense, because on 4th down, they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner out there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Auburn!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. With the catch, it's Miller. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. It'll be 3rd and long. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams rushes on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. That's reeled in. It's Kane. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. Touchdown, Husky. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Brown wants to pass. He's going to run it. And he's going to come up just a tad short. The ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to it.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Wide receiver going in motion. He got nothing on the quick completion. What a reaction by this defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. Could not make his way to the corner. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Brown will throw it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Took care of it himself. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Red Raiders, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Tigers are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. The run inside. It's Cobb. the tight end in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. Gets the back moving. Brown will throw it. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that third down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for...
Touchdown, Auburn! That one will give them the lead. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here comes the option. The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Williams takes the easy one to the back. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Williams looking for a man. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit. It affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Washington. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Just couldn't get loose. They stop him right at the line, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. Throws it deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Hand off from the shotgun. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Keeps it on the option. Got a little grass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Throwing, Williams. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Washington. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Now on second down. Here's a give to Washington. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And this is a different situation, right? A field goal does you nothing here. So you can't run the football too many more times. Stay in a hurry. Got to push the ball down the field. Got to get in the end zone.
And the Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. Motion from the wideout. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it to the back. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Williams. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Williams will pass. Under fire. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Lined up in the gun. Williams on 3rd down. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play, and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You've got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm ending this game right now.